Hello class. Uh, Today we will begin the third unit of the paper Women's Writing. At this unit is fiction. Under this section we have to study two short stories. One is by Mrinal Pande and the second is by Margaret Atwood. Today, let us begin the first short story by Mrinal Pande. The title of the story is Girls. Okay. Mrinal Pande is a famous writer, columnist, journalist, television personality in India today. Apart from this, she is also a feminist writer. Now, when somebody is labeled as a feminist, the problem begins because a feminist is a person who talks about women's rights, who talks about the equality between men and women, who talks about the gender discrimination. What is gender discrimination? Gender discrimination is the discrimination, differentiation between men and women, the human beings, depending upon their gender. Now, this gender, actually, gender is a category that is constructed, that is built, that is artificial, that is not natural. And there lies the problem, and that is what the feminists ask. They question, why gender discrimination? In case, now, feminism is a movement, right? And women's writing is a part of that movement. Feminist writing is a part of that movement. So when somebody is a writer and a feminist, then she or he writes about gender discrimination, writes about inequality between men and women. So that's why I say, when somebody is labeled as a feminist, the problem starts, right? And in order to develop a story, what we need is the conflict, is the problem. And the title of this story, which is a feminist story by a feminist author, Girls, suggests that problem. Why? Because girls in a family are treated as problems. In the traditional Indian society, what is valued is the male heir, right? The who is the cause of the continuation of the lineage, right? The family name remains with the boy child, with the male heir, so on and so forth. That's why a male heir, a male child, the birth of a male child is a matter of celebration, whereas the birth of a girl child is Not so in every Indian family, of course. That's why there are various schemes on the government level also. And what happens, and on the other hand, there is this discrimination goes on in killing or in the destruction of the female fetus, right, right in the womb of the mother herself. So this story by Mrinal Pande is as you see here, is written in this broad setting, that is the patriarchy. So the broad setting for this short story is patriarchy, the Indian patriarchy. The narrator is an 8-year-old girl, and she is the second female child in a family. As you see here, now this slide talks about the characters. Okay, here with the help of Warli illustrations, I have tried to explain the characters in this short story. This is the mother. Okay, this is the mother in the family, and she is pregnant with the fourth child. Her name is Lali. And this Lali, this woman, has 3 daughters. 1, 2, and 3. So she has 3 daughters and she is pregnant with the 4th child. Right? There is this elder daughter, then the middle daughter, and the youngest one. Okay, so there are 3 girls, and you can imagine the condition of the mother who had delivered 3 daughters already and is carrying the 4th child in her womb. Right? Then this is the character of Babu, that is the father in this family. Right? Now this character here is Saru's mother, that is the maid in the family, the servant in the family. And why this? Now what are these pieces? She's mopping the floor. I have shown here as she is sitting on the floor and she is mopping the floor. She is cleaning the water that is spilled there from a surai broken by Babu at the beginning of the story. So these are the characters that we come across in the first part of this story. There are some other characters as well. Now who are these other characters? This Lali goes to with these 3 daughters. She goes to her maternal place. She goes to her mother's house for the delivery. That means these girls, they go to their maternal grandparents' house, their Nana and Nani's house. So there are the second set of characters that we come across in the next part of this short story. Okay. Now, who are these characters? These are the characters. There is an uncle, mama, uncle's wife, mommy, aunt. Then there are the mother's sisters, who are the Masi's. Okay, Masi's aunts, maternal aunts. Then Mamis, that is the aunts, wives of the maternal uncles. Mamas, wives are the Mamis. Then there is the character of Nani herself, that is the grandmother. Then there is a character of old maid servant, like Saru's mother here. There is this old maid servant. Also, there is a character of a mongrel dog, a stray dog. After which this middle girl, especially, she roams around the house of her maternal grandmother. And there is this character of an old lady from the neighborhood. Okay. Now, what happens to all these characters and what they do, and why the title of the story is Girls, that we will discuss in another video. So, as I told you earlier, this short story is written from a woman's point of view, from the feminist perspectives, and it talks about gender discrimination. It talks about the patriarchy that is prevalent, and what happens, what is the mindset of the girl child, and how one of them turns a rebel. Actually, she is a rebel, and how she protests, how she rejects this patriarchal norms. That is the interesting part of this short story. Thank you.